Alright, you guys, before the video begins, I just like to say a couple things. Sorry about not uploading in, another couple of weeks. I just had a lot of things to do, and then the last few days, I don't know, I just been feeling, like, kind of depressed and had no energy and stuff, but I'm gonna try to get back into my normal schedule now. Yeah, and another thing, just a little disclaimer. This is all just my opinion. If you guys wanna like state your opinion down in the comments or say like why you disagree with me, please feel free to go ahead and do that. However, just try to keep it civil. I know sometimes like discussions about stuff like this can turn the opposite of civil. So just try to keep it civil, keep it respectful to everyone, and keep it respectful to everyone down in the comments, but basically, I just want to rant about school again, because I just feel like there are some really stupid decisions that schools make, and, my school recently has had some problems, as well, that I'd like to talk about, and, number one is the fact that this is just so outdated. Like, I'm pretty sure they made these lessons about 10 years ago, which you may be asking, why does this matter? Well, it matters because of the fact that they are literally teaching me stuff where the information that they're saying and the information that they think is correct needs to be within like 6 months recent. And like, for example, I am for whatever reason, I'm taking a course called Introduction to the Internet. Uh, Even though I've been using the internet for years now, I don't think they thought this through. But anyways, one of the questions was to search for something like space shuttle and tell how many results showed up. And keep in mind, recently, ever since last year, they made basically all the questions multiple choice, so I can't just type out exactly what it is. No, I have four options to choose from, and that's it. I can't just type in my own answer. And you know, do you see a problem with this? Like, they made this lesson from, it seems like 10 years ago. They got the really old Google logo when they talk about Google and they show the logo. And, the multiple choice answers they gave me weren't even close to what the actual answer was. Like, the answers, they were all like 21,000, uh, 300,000, 100,000, and then around 84 million results. Like, what happened was, like, I had to say the results, and, guess how many results I actually got? Go on, guess. Around 500 million. And it's not like I can just tell the teacher, because one, I don't do like the typical kind of online school. I do a different type where like I just go on a website, type in my username and password, and then all my lessons are just right there. I can choose the course, then the lessons, and the only thing that really matters is that the schoolwork gets done. Like, if I want to, I could do like 10 lessons in a day and then take 3 days off or something. It's that kind of thing. Uh, and that seems like it's a good thing, but like it just means like it's incredibly hard to contact teachers within a reasonable time. And even if I did contact the teacher, it's not like they could really change anything, because the lessons that I've been currently doing are being graded by a bot. Like, literally, a bot that automatically grades it as soon as I turn it in. And it's so, like, what am I supposed to do? And the next question was to search the same thing, search space shuttle, but put quotation marks around it, which is apparently supposed to do something. I don't really know what it's supposed to do. I didn't really pay attention to that. But this time the results were around 21 million. However, they still had the same answers, and so nothing was even coming close to the correct answer. And at that point, I just selected 84 million for both of the questions. I didn't even bother trying to tell them, because they should be smart enough to be able to realize that this stuff is outdated and false themselves. Not to mention, they shouldn't have been using a question that can change so much in just, like, about a year or two in the first place, let alone keep using it 10 years later. And another thing, I know this argument is used a lot when it comes to kids ranting about school, but just hear me out. They keep teaching me, like, useless information, and, you know, apparently they thought it would help me out in my life to know how to find news websites of all things, and, I don't really care about the news. At that point, they already lost my interest, because, like, I feel like the news just basically has a lot of bias, and, like, there are a lot of better alternatives in the YouTube commentary community that, typically give the same information, typically don't have bias, and, they're typically talking about the same things, if not more interesting or more important things. And, basically, I would just like to know, how is this supposed to help me get a job? Like, does this somehow make me a great competitor for, like, assistant manager or something? Like, some dude who was a literal Albert Einstein at the age of 9 could come up there, give an impressive resume, and then I come up there and all like, I learned how to look up news websites at school, and then they just hire me? Like, what are you expecting at this point? Like, I don't know why. I don't know why they think this is gonna help, unless I'm interested in becoming a news reporter. Which number one, I'm not, and also I couldn't find the exact chances of someone being one. But for my understanding, for my like 5 minutes of research, it is extreme. It's like really difficult to actually be one in the first place. And, like, how is this gonna help me get a average 9 to 5 job at, like, the water company or something? It's not. That's the answer. It's not gonna be all like, hey, boss! Fox News just released an article talking about how water is becoming 1% scarcer in the next 20 years. Oh my god, Bill Nye, I'm sure glad I hired you after you told me you knew how to type in around 10 to 20 characters on a keyboard, click on a link, and then start browsing the news in a matter of around 10 seconds. I don't know what I'd do without you. It is like, is that what they expect to happen? Like, I just can't understand how knowing stuff like this is going to help me get a basic job, because, like, it just isn't. And apparently, learning how to speak correctly is 10th grade work. Like, shouldn't I have finished learning how to speak correctly in, like, 2nd or 3rd grade? It's like they literally are just asking me stuff like, should you say he or him in this spot of the sentence? And it's like, I already know how to speak. Why am I wasting my time learning this? This is stupid. It's useless. It's not gonna help me. And, I'm not saying that school in its entirety is useless. I'm just saying that a lot of it is. However, I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna say some things that in school that have actually helped me and I think are actually useful, like teaching addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Um, uh, Give me a moment. Let me see. Yeah, I've got nothing other than that, but. Anyways, that's all I've got for today. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and turn on the notification bell to be notified when I upload. Bye, guys.